Okay, I've tried to do this once and it got taken down for community guidelines violations. So I'm going to be very nice about this. This man right here, this one right here, has decided to come out as a LGBTQ BIPOC member, and he is being very disrespectful about the way that he is approaching this. Look at this. Look at this right here. Right here. Here. Pause this and read this. Now, I know just as well as you do, this man does not believe a word of what he is saying in this post. What he is trying to do is make it so that he has an argument for why he should be able to do the things that other people are doing and no one should have a problem with it. This is exactly the point. This is the point. This is white supremacy culture at its finest. Stop being like this. You disgust me. Community guidelines.
A councilman is coming out as transgender and a woman of color. Delaware County Councilman Ryan Webb announced that he now identifies as an Indian American woman. Since that announcement, he's received some support, but a lot of backlash, many calling him childish, despicable, even calling for things like execution. In a statement Webb gave to ITMate, he says, quote, "It is unfortunate that I cannot simply be given the same space and respect to explore my identity that so many of those targeting me demand for themselves. It's possible I may change my mind down the road. The process of identity exploration is complex, and oftentimes at the end of our personal journey, we end right back where we started." Webb goes on to tell ITMate this is just his true, authentic self.
Ms. Webb, is mocking, absolutely mocking, the transgender and LGBTQ communities. Webb has been extremely bigoted. Everything he's had to say about the transgender communities, and the LGBTQ community and allies, and the progressives all the way through. He's just been very bigoted.
Tell him how his mockery of the transgender community is doing nothing to help the transgender community or the LGBTQ community as a whole. I have even commented on a couple posts of Ryan Webb's asking him, as now a woman, does he support the woman's right to choose, and is he going to be supportive in standing with women when it comes to women's rights? And as far as the LGBTQ community, is he going to stand with the community when it comes to marriage rights and access to healthcare? And what he feels about the trans youth bills that are sweeping across the nation, including one in our state. As of yet, I still have no response.
Well, hey there, y'all. So in today's You're Not Fooling Anyone news, y'all, this copperhead snake pretending to be a water hose is Ryan Webb. He is a councilman for the Delaware Council in Indiana. About a week ago, this asshat went on his Facebook page and decided to announce that he is now identifying as a black lesbian. With good reason, the community was outraged. In addition to his blatantly racist and bigoted post, he also used a series of emojis that let everyone know that he was not in the least serious. One of his constituents is a trans woman named Charlize Jameson. She told the local newspaper, in an effort to make fun of transgender, non-binary individuals, Ryan Webb came out on social media as a lesbian woman of color. Since his initial post, he has doubled down repeatedly on his status. He has a history of making transphobic comments, so it was very easy to see through his bigotry. Last night, the Delaware County Council had to sit and listen to scores of their constituents complaining about his lack of civility. One person said that they hated having to take time out of my day today to try to teach a grown man how to behave appropriately. Yesterday morning before the meeting, he also posted a photo of himself with a pistol tucked in his pants belt saying, "Ready for an awesome day. Hope everyone has a great day." He is refusing all calls to resign. Delaware County deserves better.
Do y'all see the problem? Ryan Webb is a clown. I don't know if this man took a DNA test or what, but I mean, come on. How is this dude gonna say that he identifies as a woman of color and yet also use the pronouns he, him? Make it make sense. I've never met a woman who goes by he, him. Just never seen it. I don't know if Ryan Webb is just looking for attention or what, but I mean, hopefully he gets what he wants out of this. I don't want to come across as being rude. If Ryan Webb had come out and said that he wanted to identify as a woman, okay, I'm not gonna argue with that. Identifying as a woman of color? That's not how this works. I don't believe he or his family deserve death threats. I'm also not entirely sure he's actually even getting any. I'm pretty sure he's lying about that. But in the end, yeah, this is one of the stranger articles I have seen over the past few months.
All right, guys, so you seen that, you heard that. Looks like a whole lot of hate and bigotry to me, okay? And it's not coming from Ryan Webb, who is simply living his/her truth as a lesbian woman of color. I actually think that Miss Webb was racialized. I'm not sure exactly how you say that, but I think Ryan Webb laid out that his grandmother, great-grandmother, actually was Native American. So I think that she is identified as a Native American woman, not a lesbian black woman, a lesbian Native American woman. Again, you can't be misracializing people like that. That is harmful, right? That is harmful and dangerous, okay? Now, regardless of whether or not this person is actually sincere in their transformation, which, I mean, again, who am I to judge, right? I don't know if they're sincere or not. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, okay? The fact that these people are issuing death threats against this person really goes to show, like, again, how the so-called tolerant left isn't so tolerant. Because even if this person is making a mockery, okay, of, you know, trans people or whatever, which, again, I don't know, right? We were told that we're not supposed to judge, right? We're not supposed to say who is truly trans and who's not, because we can't judge based off their physical features, right? This is what we've been told. So I don't know, okay? I'm just going along what they told us. Regardless of that, does that warrant death threats, right? I don't think that warrants death threats because this person is hurting people's feelings because he decides that, hey, I want to come out as trans or whatever, right? I mean, again, we were told we're supposed to respect this stuff. We're supposed to respect it. You have to accept it. This is my identity, okay? Not only am I transgender, but I'm also transracial as well, too. Right? Apparently. I don't know. But in all seriousness, it's just hilarious how when the pendulum swings the other way, when you hold up a mirror, right, to the leftist movement to show them this is the logical extreme of what you guys advocate for, right? When you tell us that anybody who says that they are the opposite sex or the opposite gender, you have to accept it. This is what you're signing up for, right? You're signing up for a whole lot of things that you're probably not going to agree with when it's turned back around on you, like in this situation right here, right? Ain't it funny how that works, right? When anybody else comes out and says, hey, this is who I am, we are forced to accept it, right? And if you don't accept it, you're a bigot, you're hateful, you're transphobic. But when this guy comes out and says, hey, I'm declaring myself to be a so-called woman of color, all of a sudden, these people now remember biology, right? They now grasp and understand basic biology. It's absolutely hilarious how that works. And they do this every single time, something doesn't fit the narrative, right? When their hypocrisy is exposed. Like, again, for example, the Colorado mass shooting, okay, the individual that committed that mass shooting came out as non-binary. And then all of a sudden, LGBTQ people were coming out and saying, no, this person's not non-binary because they don't look like a non-binary person, right? Like, again, before they would tell us that, hey, you can't judge somebody in their gender based off how they look, because gender is fluid, right? How they present themselves doesn't really have anything to do with how they identify. But apparently that all went out the window when it came to this mass shooter saying that, hey, I'm non-binary, which totally destroyed the narrative that was being pushed by the mainstream liberal media. They all of a sudden came out and said, no, that's not possible. He don't look like somebody that could identify as a woman on any given day. He looks like a white male, right? He looks like a straight white male. There's no way that he could be trans. Again, it's absolutely amazing how it works, because who are these people to gatekeep and judge who's really trans and who's not, right? Again, after telling us for so long that, hey, anybody that comes out as trans is trans, regardless of how they look, regardless of their genitalia. If they say they're trans and they're trans, you have to accept it. Okay, fine. Who are you to tell somebody that they're sincere about their transformation? I'm just saying. The hypocrisy of these individuals is absolutely amazing, right? There's a whole lot of hate and bigotry going on here, right? And it's not coming from the council woman, okay, that is simply living his/her truth. It's coming from those that are judging the council woman for coming out and living his/her truth after telling us that, hey, this is what you're allowed to do, right? I think, or I declare, therefore I am. Again, apparently that doesn't apply to people who they disagree with politically. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.